Welcome to the Explainer. You know, what if the secret to achieving your biggest, most intimidating goals wasn't some huge heroic effort? What if it was something you could do in just a few minutes, every single day? Today, we're going to unpack a simple framework that's all about the unbelievable power of small, consistent actions. Let's get right into it.
All right, so here's the game plan for today. We're going to kick things off with a powerful story about an axe and a tree. Seriously, this is the key to everything. Then we'll see how this idea is already hiding in your daily routine. We'll get into that mental battle between dreams and fears and go head-to-head with that inner critic that holds us back. After that, we'll lay out a super clear formula for making a change, and we'll wrap it all up by looking at the one huge choice we all have to make, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret.
So, let's start with this foundational idea, the power of 5 swings. It sounds so simple, but I promise you, this one metaphor is the key that unlocks everything else. It perfectly shows us how we can take on these massive goals by starting ridiculously small. Okay, I want you to do something for me. Just for a second, picture a massive goal in your life, something that just feels completely overwhelming, maybe even impossible. It could be starting a business, writing a book, getting your health back on track. Let's call that huge goal your tree. It's just standing there in your backyard and it seems way too big to ever take down. Now, here's the strategy, and it's a total game changer. You don't go out there and hack away for hours until you're exhausted. No, the plan is so much simpler. Every single day you walk out to that tree, you pick up the axe, and you swing it 5 times. That's it, just 5, not 50, not 100, just 5 solid swings. And then you put the axe down and you walk away. And you do the exact same thing again tomorrow. And here's the beautiful, inevitable truth of it all. It is not a question of if that tree will fall. It's just a matter of when. Because if you swing that axe 5 times every single day, consistently without missing a beat, that tree is going down. It has no other choice. It's just simple, undeniable math. That's what focused, consistent effort does. So this obviously brings up a huge question for you. What is your tree? What is that giant, intimidating goal in your life that you need to start taking 5 swings at, starting today? Seriously, take a moment and think about it. I would genuinely love to see what you're working towards, so if you're comfortable with it, share your tree down in the comments. Let's get some inspiration going. Now, that whole tree chopping thing, it's not just a nice little story. It's the perfect blueprint for how your future is actually built. Because the secret to getting everything you want out of life is hiding inside something you already do every day, your daily routine. This is the absolute core of it all. Your future isn't some far-off place you just hope you end up. No, it's being built right now, in this very moment, brick by brick, with every small choice you make. Your daily routine is literally the construction site for the future you. What you're doing today is a direct preview of who you're becoming tomorrow. I mean, just think about it for a second. Who you are right now, your health, your finances, your relationships, your knowledge, it's all a direct result of your habits from the past. The person you see in the mirror is just a reflection of thousands of tiny daily choices. So the most important question you can ask yourself is this: do I like the direction my current routine is taking me? Because every single day is a brand new opportunity to change the answer to that question. Okay, so we've got our tree, our big goal, and we know the how is through our daily routine. But now we have to deal with the internal battle, the one that decides where we actually point that axe. It's a battle for your focus, and it's a choice you have to make every single moment of every day. Look, every day you wake up with a limited amount of energy, a certain number of swings in your arm, and you're always making a choice. You are either investing that energy into building your dreams, or you're investing it into feeding your fears. There is no middle ground. You're either using your energy to focus on what can be, or you're using it to worry about the worst case scenario. And when you focus on your fears, you actually give them life. You make them grow. You know, we always ask people, so what do you do for a living? But this whole idea flips that completely on its head and asks a much, much more powerful question. What do you do while you're living? That's a deep one, right? It's a shocking thought, but so many people are busy making a living, but they aren't truly living. They're not swinging the axe at their own tree. This question forces us to look past our job title and really think about our purpose. And this right here brings us to what is probably the biggest obstacle of all. The one thing that keeps the axe on the ground for so many people. It's that nagging inner critic, that voice inside our heads that whispers one devastating lie to stop us before we even take that first swing.
You know the one I'm talking about. We've all heard it. You get a brilliant idea, a dream starts to bubble up, and immediately that voice chimes in, whoa, 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 you're not smart enough for that. Other people are more qualified. You don't know enough.
And if that one doesn't work, if it can't get you on intelligence, it'll attack your resilience. It'll show you how long and hard the road is, and it'll whisper, you're not strong enough for this. You're gonna quit when it gets tough. You just don't have the stamina. And really, it all just boils down to this one final crushing blow. The voice sums it all up by telling you that you are fundamentally, fatally flawed. That the dream you have in your heart is for somebody else because you just don't have what it takes. It is the ultimate dream killer. But I need you to listen to me loud and clear. That voice is a flat-out liar. And here's the powerful, liberating truth that shatters all of that noise. You are enough. You are precisely and perfectly equipped for the unique purpose that you were created for. You have exactly what you need to pick up your axe and take down your tree. This is a battle we are all in together. I fought that voice. I'm sure you have too. So let's use this space to help each other out. How do you fight back against that not enough lie? What truth do you replace it with? Share your strategies in the comments. Your words might be exactly what somebody else needs to hear today. Okay, so this is all great motivation, but how do we actually make it practical? How do we pull all of these ideas together, the 5 swings, the daily routine, that winning mindset, into a simple formula that actually creates real, lasting change? Here it is, the formula for a radical difference in your life. It is not about one giant heroic action. It's about combining 3 incredibly simple ingredients. First, you make small, smart choices, the 5 swings. Second, you repeat those choices with relentless consistency, day in, day out. And third, you just give it time to work its magic. That's it. That simple combination is what creates unbelievable results. This puts all the power right back in your hands. You can think of life like a harvest. The results you are getting today, what you're reaping, are a direct consequence of the seeds you were planting yesterday, and last week, and last year. If you don't like the harvest you're getting, you have the absolute power to change what you are sowing, starting right now with your very next small, smart choice. And that brings us to our final and maybe the most important point of all. This isn't just about achieving goals anymore. This is about the kind of life you want to be able to look back on one day. We are reframing the entire choice by looking at the permanent consequences of our daily actions. You know, we often think the choice is between doing something hard and doing something easy. But that's not the real choice. The real choice is between 2 different kinds of pain. First, there's the pain of discipline, getting up early, taking those 5 swings when you don't feel like it. That pain is temporary. It hurts for a bit, but it builds strength. It leads to something great. But then there's the pain of regret, the pain of knowing you could have, but you didn't. That pain is permanent. It's a weight that only gets heavier over time. So I want to leave you with this one final haunting question. Can you just imagine getting to the end of your life and being plagued by the what ifs? What if I hadn't let other people talk me out of my dream? What if I hadn't played it so safe? What if I had just picked up that axe and swung it 5 times a day? That is the true devastating cost of doing nothing. But here's the amazing news. You don't have to end up with that regret. You can start right now. It is never too late to pick up your axe and become the person you were created to be. The only question left is, how badly do you want it? If you were inspired with this video, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Be Thankful. Feel free to share this video as well. Thank you and God bless.